Hey gearheads, we're skipping the excuses and diving straight into the engine bay. Your engine's premature death is often caused by fundamental failures in air, electricity, and internal pressure. The critical systems manufacturers assume you'll ignore until they fail catastrophically. Today, I'm exposing 10 specific restoration secrets used by mechanics to stop engine neglect. These are the steps that reverse years of silent damage and are the difference between a car that dies at 100,000 miles and one that powers past 300,000. Let's start the countdown. 10. The air filter quality trap. The simplest fix, yet where low-quality parts sabotage your power. Your engine is an air pump. Cheap filters use low-grade paper that chokes airflow to catch dirt. The damage. A restrictive filter can reduce acceleration performance by up to 11%. That's massive. Lost power just to save a few bucks. The fix. Always pay for an OEM or reputable high-flow filter. Wix, Man, Denso. These filters use superior synthetic fibers that maximize surface area, allowing your engine to breathe freely without sacrificing particle filtration. Pay the extra $10. The immediate difference in throttle response is huge. 9. The battery terminal corrosion voltage drop. Your car starts, but that's not enough for modern computer-controlled engines. If your terminals have that white, crusty powder, your engine is getting dirty power. The damage. Dried sulfuric acid acts as a resistor, preventing full battery charge and blocking the clean, stable voltage the ECU needs for precise fuel injection and ignition timing. This voltage drop forces the computer to make sloppy compensations, often leading to a rough idle and unreliable performance. The fix. Mix baking soda and water, pour it on, and scrub the metal until it shines. Apply a light layer of grease. This 5-minute fix ensures the clean, stable power necessary for optimal engine management and prevents electrical component strain. 8. The engine mount collapse. If you feel a vibration or rattle when stopped in drive, but it smooths out in neutral, you don't have an engine problem. You have a structural problem. The damage. The hydraulic, rubber engine mounts isolate engine vibration from the car's frame. Over time, the rubber degrades or the fluid leaks. The vibration transfers directly to the chassis, making the car feel old, rattly, and broken. One customer thought their transmission was failing, costing thousands, but the issue was a cheap, collapsed motor mount causing harsh clunking on shifts. The fix. Replace the worn engine and transmission mounts. This simple structural repair restores the luxury feel and stability of the cabin, making the car feel instantly smoother by properly isolating engine vibrations. 7. The belt tensioner fatigue, the squeal of death. That chirp or squeal on a cold morning isn't just noise. It's the sound of your expensive accessories, alternator, water pump, power steering, slowly killing themselves. The damage. The spring inside the serpentine belt tensioner weakens over time. A weak tensioner allows the belt to slip, which creates heat and ruins the belt. But more importantly, the bouncing creates a shock wave that hammers the internal bearings of your alternator and water pump, leading to premature, expensive failure. The fix. Don't just change the belt. Change the tensioner pulley and assembly too. This ensures the belt applies the correct, stable pressure, protecting the bearings of your vital accessories and guaranteeing consistent water pump speed for engine cooling. 6. The power steering sludge. If you hear a whine or groan when turning the wheel to full lock, you have sludge in your steering system. The damage. Power steering fluid operates at high pressure and heat, causing it to oxidize and break down into a black, metallic sludge. This sludge clogs the pump screens, causing the whining noise of starvation, and hardens the rubber seals in the rack, leading to leaks. Most owners never change this fluid. The fix. Use the cheap dilution method. Buy a $2 turkey baster and the correct fluid. Suck the old, sludgy fluid out of the reservoir, fill with new fluid, drive, and repeat 3 times. This process eliminates the sludge, restores lubrication, and immediately silences the pump. 5. The brake fluid moisture sponge. If your brake pedal feels mushy or spongy, it's not the pads, it's the chemistry of the fluid itself. The damage. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture from the air. When you brake hard, the water boils into steam, which compresses, causing the pedal to lose its firm feel and reducing stopping confidence. Over half of the cars on the road have dangerous levels of moisture in their brake fluid. The fix: perform a brake fluid flush every 2 years. Replacing the old, wet fluid with dry, fresh fluid restores a rock-hard pedal feel and maximizes your stopping power when you need emergency braking. 4. The lifetime transmission fluid lie. The most expensive lie in the auto industry. If your manual says lifetime fluid, they mean the lifetime of the powertrain warranty, not the vehicle's lifespan. The damage: transmission fluid breaks down severely due to heat, losing its ability to protect the internal clutches and gears. 90% of transmission failures are due to this contaminated and ineffective fluid. Fluid that looks like black tar is the result of following the manufacturer's dishonest instructions. The fix: ignore the manual. Perform a drain and fill every 50,000 miles. This replaces about 40% of the degraded fluid, saving you from a guaranteed $4,000 plus transmission replacement and restoring hydraulic pressure for smoother shifts. 3. The differential and transfer case neglect. These heavy gearboxes handle immense torque, but have no filters to clean the oil. The damage: metal shavings from gear wear stay suspended in the oil, turning it into liquid sandpaper. This increases friction, noise, and rolling resistance, forcing your engine to work harder and reducing MPG. This oil has 10 times the metal concentration of engine oil. The fix: change this gear oil every 40,000 miles. Fresh, synthetic gear oil reduces internal drag, improves highway fuel economy, and quiets that telltale whining noise, protecting the core of your drivetrain. 2. The coolant electrolysis trap. Coolant's job extends far beyond cooling. It prevents severe internal corrosion of the engine block. The damage: when corrosion inhibitors and coolant wear out over time, the fluid becomes acidic and creates electrolysis, a small electrical current between the different metals in your engine. This current physically eats the metal from the inside out, leading to costly failures in your heater core, radiator, and head gaskets. The fix: flush your coolant every 4 years and use the correct type specified for your engine. This halts the internal chemical corrosion and protects your vital aluminum and iron components. 1. The PCV valve pressure cooker. The most forgotten part on the entire automobile, and its failure is responsible for catastrophic oil leaks and internal engine sludge. The damage: when the PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation, gets clogged with sludge, pressure builds up inside the engine block. This excess pressure forces oil out past your expensive seals and gaskets, causing leaks. Worse, the trapped moisture stays inside, mixing with oil to form damaging sludge. Over 50% of recurring oil leak issues are caused by a bad PCV valve. The fix: locate your PCV valve. Remove it and shake it. If it rattles, it's usually good. If it makes no sound, replace it immediately. It's a cheap $15 to $30 part that solves the disease, pressure, preventing leaks and internal damage. There you have it. 10 secrets that expose the foundational failures manufacturers rely on. By tackling these foundational areas, from clean electricity and structural integrity to eliminating deadly internal pressure, you stop your engine from dying of neglect. Which one of these are you tackling first? Let me know in the comments.